Alright, good morning, guys. Well, according to survival, the word guys is offensive now, so good morning, y'all. I'm heading out to do a little ginsenging and maybe look around for some Bigfoot stuff. It sort of goes hand in hand for me. Very cool morning. I actually got on the old long sleeve shirts, and I just run into a spider web while I'm backing up. But yeah, got on the old long sleeve shirts today. That's really cool. Won't be too long. We've still got a little while, but won't be too long to ginseng will be gone, because you know the temperature and the leaves and all that stuff just kind of covered up. But I'm starting my walk into where I'm going to go. I'll park down at the local church, and then I'll walk on the highway for about, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, and then up through here about maybe a quarter mile. And you used to, before all this washed out, you could bring your four-wheeler up through here. But of course now you have to walk it. So I'm gonna walk it, and I'm just gonna hang on to you. Let's see what we can do this morning. It's a little bit dicey, but I'm gonna try it anyways. A pretty good jump. The weight on my back kind of throws me off a little bit, but we got it. All right, big step up. All right, I'm heading toward it, so I just wanted to kind of give you a little brief look at where I'm going this morning and what I'm doing. Hopefully I can find some ginseng and some Bigfoot stuff. Looks like it's going to be a pretty day, even though I woke up to some not so good news this morning. I got 4 or 5 friends that's in the hospital in really bad shape with COVID. 2 of them have just been put on the vent, and you know, most of the time they go on the vent, it does happen that they do get off of it and come, you know, they're all right, but it's more often than not they usually don't make it. And the sad part is, all of this, the whole COVID episode has been turned into a political weapon by both sides. Both sides are trying to just play it to their advantage. So, and it really shouldn't have been about politics. It should have been about people's health and making sure they get the proper care. We knew, you know, everything we could about it, but yeah, it's bad news. Recently lost 6 people in one day that I knew. One of them was a family member, and now I've got about 4 more in there right now that I know personally that's in bad shape. So if you pray, just try to remember them. And who knows, I don't even know if I'll post this video or not, but sometimes it's good just to talk about it. Makes me feel better. But yeah, it's bad news, and we all should be mad at our government in general, both parties, because they have weaponized and politicalized the COVID pandemic thing. But anyways, I'm gonna try to have a decent day looking for ginseng and looking for Bigfoot stuff. So of course, if I find anything, I'll try to film it, and hopefully I can find some ginseng too. All right, 10-4. Well, about 20 minutes later, I'm finally to where I want to go. My plan is to go right here and go across out this way. I've not been that way yet looking. I've looked back out this way. That old mine opening is right back out in there. So who knows what we'll find. And I've went some over on this side. That's where I had the wood knock, and I found the unusual stick breaks that were there were big diameter trees that were broke. Definitely appeared to be marking a path, but too big for a human to have broke them and done it that way. But I'm fixing to hit the mountains and let's see if we can find anything. I've not been into this area before, so I was just kind of checking it out a little bit. And I was thinking about a couple things actually. One thing I was thinking about was, here I am, back in the middle of nowhere by myself, in a place where I know there's Bigfoot. I've seen tracks. I've found evidence of Bigfoot back here. There's actually a report of one, of two going into old mine opening. And I'm probably, by the way the crow flies, I'm probably 3 or 4 miles, I'll say at least 3, from the nearest house. And that's the only house for a long ways. And most likely there's nobody home there because they're probably at work or something. But here I am, middle of nowhere, in a Bigfoot habitat, in an area where Bigfoot is. I'm not scared. I'm not afraid that Bigfoot's gonna come and kill me or kidnap me or anything like that. And because there's not a whole lot of evidence of that. I know some people like to sensationalize it and think that every missing hiker and every missing person was abducted by Bigfoot or a UFO or something like that. But sometimes this tragedy happens where people are mean and they kill someone or they hide someone. And then in case of hikers, sometimes they fall, sometimes they're animal attacks. And if they're not found fairly soon, it don't take long until all the bones are scattered about, and then it's almost impossible to find them. So, don't be afraid of Bigfoot unless Bigfoot gives you a reason to be afraid. I've been around in close proximity of them several times. It was kind of scary because it was a unique situation, but I didn't feel threatened by the Bigfoot. And I know a lot of people want to, blame every missing hiker or camper that Bigfoot killed them and ate them, but that's not necessarily true. Maybe it does happen occasionally, but I think for the most part, most missing hikers and campers are they either fall victim of another human predator or a animal predator, or they fall or something like that, or have some kind of medical episode. I'm sure there's been people out hiking that trying to get in better shape and do better, and they've had either a stroke or they've had a heart attack, and they fell and fell down a ravine and slid under some logs or rocks or something, and they've never been found. But here I am, middle of nowhere, in a place where I know there's Bigfoot, and I don't feel threatened at all by Bigfoot. Now, if I run into one that gives me a hard time, I'll do my best to get away from him. I don't want to harm any of them. But if worst comes to worst, I'll try to defend myself. But I don't think it happens nigh as much as some people would want to lead you to believe. I think people are probably the most dangerous predators on earth. But anyway, that's one of my thoughts. I have something else I might want to share later. But right now, I'm going to go up this little old dirt road and right across through there. No bad luck. All right, 10-4. All right. I found several of these today, but right there's a pretty nice three fork of ginseng. All the berries already fell off of it, so they're probably down under the leaves. And when I dig this up, it'll help cover them up. So that's kind of what we're looking for. I'll scout around and try to find some more, but that's what we like right there. I'm going to dig this, and then I'm going to look around a little bit. All right. Here I am. Excuse me, on the side of a cliff. If I was to fall right here, I'll be dead. Or I'll be hurt so bad that I couldn't get up and get back out of here. Which could easily happen because these rocks and things like that are pretty loose and stuff. I heard my little buddy Newt, see him crawling around there. Oh, Eastern Newt. he was here where I needed the steps. So I moved him over there. He kind of panicked a little bit. But like I say, I'm standing on the side of this bank here, this mountain. If I was to fall, it's pretty steep here, but then right on down there, about where those rocks are, it really drops off and nothing but jagged rocks. So that wouldn't be good. But I wanted to show you that, but I wanted to also give you another little bit of my thoughts. We live now, and I'm guilty of this myself, where we are very careful sometimes what we say because we don't want to hurt people, and that's okay, and we don't want to offend people. I'm guilty of it, but sometimes even it's just the way we talk. It's not, we don't mean anything offensive by it. Just like on Survivors, I use the word guys. Come on in, guys, referring to a group of people, not necessarily just men or anything like that. And well, that one guy found it offensive, so the host said he would never say it again. That's just kind of silly stuff to me. That's just nitpicking stuff. It's useless. Yeah, but I've been guilty of being careful myself because I don't want to offend people, which I try not to offend nobody. I don't want to do it intentionally. And sometimes I'm careful because I don't want to offend people who follow me or follow what I do. But now videos like today that I'm making, I don't get very many views on this. 40, 50 views sometime, maybe 100, I don't know. So, it's I don't know how many of those people watch it more than once, but if it's 40 people, that's 40 people. I'm not trying to offend those 40 people. I'd like for it to grow, but I can't be who I am. I can't be a fake person. I don't want to be a fake person just to get followers or views or any of that stuff. I'd rather for people to appreciate my honesty and what I do and the effort that I put in and just kind of like me as a person than anything. But sometimes I think we're too cautious, and why we're not trying to offend anyone. Sometimes people are just looking for something to get offended at. They're just, I don't know, like make a stir, I guess, or a political statement or whatever. But I don't know, just out here by myself thinking a lot today. But I got a whole lot of work to do and stuff, so. But I'm gonna continue ginsening. I'll do more work tonight or something. But I got one more thought that so far I got one more thought that I want to talk about later in a later video. But right now, and I know these videos are gonna be long. I may just have to break them up. But right now I'm gonna see if I can't go straight up this bank without falling off and killing myself. All right, cut the camera off and let's get up there to it. I'm gonna go straight up this way, and then I'm gonna go across that way. And hopefully we'll find some more ginseng. I've not found a lot today, but what I found's been big stuff, so that's good. And then I really don't like this area I'm in right here because it's kind of back through there a little ways. It's dry, and usually when it's real dry, you don't find a whole lot no ways. Now, as we get down in this way, we could possibly find some stuff because it's a little more moist. But usually, if it's real rocky and dry, you don't find a whole lot. So, but I'm gonna go right up through here and see what I can find out that way. Well, that was rough as a cob out that way. It finally got to the point where it looked like it maybe been stripped or maybe even all the timber had been cut, and it was like a gazillion small trees, not much bigger than than a quarter or something, and you just couldn't get through them. So I had to fight my way back down, and it's slick as I don't know what through there. And just found one piece of ginseng just as I was going up, but didn't find no more in there. But man, I hit my leg. I don't know if you can see that big knot. I hit my leg, so it's got a big old knot on it. I hit it on a little burnout. It was a snag sticking up, maybe where it burned or just rotted away. That felt real good. But my plan now that I'm down here, I'm going to drink some water, of course. And then I am going to maybe scout around in here just a little bit on this side. And then I'm going to sort of go down this way and look on this side of the mountain and kind of work my way back to the truck, I guess. I did have one more little thought I wanted to share with everybody. At this time, one little thought, may have nothing before it's over with. I was thinking about how people say they want Bigfoot evidence. They want to see evidence of Bigfoot. And a few folks like me and a few others, we'll get out and we'll beat up and down the side of a mountain or out on these trails out in the middle of nowhere, and we'll find foot tracks, and we'll find stick breaks and stick formations, and we'll film all that stuff. And sometimes we'll film we'll audio record a wood knock or a howl or something like that, and we'll present that to people, and they just act like it's nothing. Just, nah, ain't no evidence there. But somebody can say, Bigfoot mind spoke to me and told me his birthday was October 22nd. And people will believe that with no kind of proof or evidence or whatsoever. They'll believe that. Or somebody say, well, I seen Bigfoot and it jumped through a big time portal and ended up on Mars. I could see Mars through the portal. And people will believe that. But you give them something that you can actually see, like a foot track or a stick formation or something, and it's just nothing. So, I just don't get it. I don't get it. But it's more of a personal journey for me. I'm sharing with, I share stuff now. I used to not share stuff at all, but just the Bigfoot community is really whacked sometimes. I don't understand it. But, oh well, what can you do? I'm going to do my thing, and that's the main goal, is for me to learn something more, and if I can share it on with others and they won't accept it, that's good. If they don't, there's not a whole lot I can do about it. If they'd rather have portals opening up and 20,000 Bigfoots coming through and their mind speaking and turning into walnut trees and turning into rabbits and all that kind of stuff, that's, if they'd rather have that fantasy land stuff, just go for it. It's all I can tell them. I just don't. I'm after something more tangible than that. Not that I don't like a good sci-fi movie, but just, I don't know, that stuff don't make no sense and there's no evidence of it. So I guess that's my 2 cents on that. That probably don't sit well with some of you, but I've tested it. I've tried it. I put it to the test. Nothing. Never had nothing happen like that. If I see it, if I see a portal open up and Bigfoot walk through it or something, I'd be more than happy to say, hey, I was wrong and I seen it. But until then, I find it very far-fetched. But I'll continue to film stuff I can see, tree breaks and tracks, and who knows, maybe even a Bigfoot someday. But for now, I'm going to drink some water, rest just a spell, which I don't feel like resting now. I'm going to drink some water, then I'm going to head down through yonder. All right.